Chris Gardner. How are you? Good morning. Chris Gardner. Chris Gardner. Good to see you again. Chris Gardner, pleasure. I've been sitting out there for the last half hour trying to come up with a story that would explain my being here dressed like this. And I wanted to come up with a story that would demonstrate qualities that I'm sure you all admire here, like earnestness or diligence or team playing to something. And I couldn't think of anything. So the truth is, I was arrested for failure to pay parking tickets.
Parking tickets?
And I ran all the way here from the Polk station, the police station.
What were you doing before you were arrested?
I was painting my apartment.
Is it dry now?
I hope so.
Jay says you're pretty determined.
Oh, he's been waiting outside the front of the building with some 40-pound gizmo for over a month.
He said you're smart.
I like to think so.
And you want to learn this business.
Yes, sir, I want to learn this business.
Have you already started learning on your own?
Absolutely.
Jay.
Yes, sir.
How many times have you seen Chris?
I don't know. One too many, apparently.
Is he ever dressed like this?
No. No. Jacket and tie.
First in your class? In school? High school?
Yes, sir.
How many in the class?
12. It was a small town.
I'll say.
But I was also first in my radar class in the Navy, and that was a class of 20. Can I say something? I'm the type of person, if you ask me a question and I don't know the answer, I'm gonna tell you that I don't know. But I bet you what, I know how to find the answer, and I will find the answer. Is that fair enough?
Chris, what would you say if a guy walked in for an interview without a shirt on? And I hired him. What would you say?
He must have had on some really nice pants.
Chris. I don't know how you did it dressed as a garbage man, but you really pulled it off in there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Twistle.
Hey, now you can call me Jay. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
So I'll let you know, Jay.
You'll let me know, Jay. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'll give you a call tomorrow sometime. And
What are you talking about? You hounded me for this. You stood here.
Listen, there's no salary.
No.
I was not aware of that. My circumstances have changed some, and I need to be certain that I'll be able to
Okay. Tonight, I swear, I will fill your spot, I promise. You know what I'll look like? If you back out, you know what I'll look like to the partners?
Yes, an ass.
Yeah, an ass all the way. You are a piece of work. Tonight.
Hey, what kind of work do you do? An individual of your particular ethnic persuasion?
Maybe he's a noted athlete.
Yes. Starting forward for the Detroit Darkies.
Where'd you get the car?
And the suit.
I stole them both. Car from your wife, suit from your grandmother. Hey,
What do we have here? Concealed weapon?
hey, it's his grandmother's suit.
Hey, what's this?
Probably drugs.
Listen, I have rights, and I demand to see my lawyer before you press that small button on the side firmly.
Press it.
That, gentlemen, is a standard issue neuralizer, but you're not gonna remember that. And just because you see a black man driving in a nice car does not mean it's stolen. I stole that one, but not because I'm black. I'm gonna be done with the car in a minute. Just find me to take it back to the jerk at the Roosevelt Hotel.
is the Arcanum.
You are too late. He is going to give the humans the Arknet.
Let's agree to disagree.
We'll take it from here.
Kay? Kay! Kay! Ah!
Dad, I'm on Earth. I need bail.
We're gonna circle back to that. The DA's office wants your sentence to run 8 years. It's a big number, but not something we didn't anticipate. You know, our plan is... What are you doing? Hey.
It sounded like you said they want me to spend 8 years in
8 years is really more like 4.5 with good behavior. But it's irrelevant because with you out of the picture and with the crime rate going up through the roof, the DA and the cops, they're all gonna call for your immediate release. They're gonna demand it. They're gonna ask for you. Where are you going? Sit down. Hey, stop right there. Stop it. Hancock.
Move.
Hancock.
Get back!
Be a coward.
Who are you talking to, Ray?
I'm talking to you.
Who are you talking to,
Stop
Ray?
pretending that you do not care. You have a calling. You're a hero, Hancock. You're gonna be miserable the rest of your life until you accept that. Trust me, trust this plan, this process. Just stay in here. When they call, a hero's what we're gonna give them.
How are we gonna do that, Ray?
All right, guys, let's start sharing. Don,
Yeah.
you had something?
Yeah, I think I might have had a little bit of a breakthrough.
Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, I realize that breaking necks it's easy. But I'm sitting there and I'm staring at myself in the mirror. And I thought, this is tough.
It sounds tough.
Why do you always laugh?
Picturing you looking at the mirror.
Yeah, but
I'm scared.
every time every time I'm talking, completely ruins the cycle.
Well, let's watch the crosstalk, okay?
I'm not going to share anymore if he keeps doing that.
Let's move on. Mr. Hancock, do you want to share today?
Pass.
Your landing is your first impression. It's your superhero handshake. Don't come in too hot, okay? Don't come in too boozy, and don't land on the $100,000 Mercedes, all right? People have to be happy that you've arrived.
Mr. Hancock, your share?
Pass.
So you've used the door, and the building's still intact. People are happy that you've arrived. They feel safe now. There's an officer there, and he's done a good job, so you might want to tell him he's done a good job.
What the hell did I have to come for, Ray, if he's done a good job?
KBLA Radio AM 850. Today's big story, no surprise here, Hancock. What's your take?
I, for one, have had enough of this guy. I'm glad he's doing time around bars, and I hope they don't let him off easy. Let my cousin Pookie out.
You know, I see that you don't wear a bulletproof vest, security officer, and I respect your courage, because bullets don't bounce off you, they bounce off me.
This city is being run by gangs and drug dealers. Hancock is the only guy who makes them shake in their boots. He doesn't always tie a pretty ribbon around it, but he gets the job done. Besides, he's hot.
Let me hear you say it. Let me hear you say, good job.
Mr. Hancock, you'd like to share?
Pass.
Good. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Hi. I noticed your glass was getting a little low, so I took the liberty of bringing you another apple martini.
Thank you.
And I couldn't help but notice you look a lot like my next girlfriend.
What's your name?
They call me Chip.
You can't get him to stop?
That was funny.
Listen, Chip, I understand the courage it takes to walk across a room and try to generate a relationship out of thin air, so don't take the following personally.
You have fantastic eyes.
Thanks. Try to listen. But this is no reflection on you. I'm just not interested. But thank you for the compliment of coming over.
You're welcome. So do you like Cuban food?
Chip, seriously, that was not code for I wish you'd try harder.
Are you always so shut down and afraid that the right man might make you
Feel like a natural woman? Sorry I'm late, honey. I couldn't get a cab. How was the meeting?
Oh, well, there was a beginning, a middle, and an end. Nice to meet you, Chip.
You too.
Now, on the one hand, it is very difficult for a man to even speak to someone that looks like you. But on the other hand, should that be your problem?
So life's kind of hard all around.
Well, not if you pay attention. I mean, you're sending all the right signals. No earrings, heels under 2 inches, your hair is pulled back, you're wearing reading glasses with no book, drinking a Grey Goose martini, which means you had a hell of a week and a beer just wouldn't do it. And if that wasn't clear enough, there's always the off that you have stamped on your forehead. Because who's gonna believe that there's a man out there that could sit down beside a woman he doesn't know and genuinely be interested in who she is, what she does, without his own agenda?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what that would look like. So what would a guy like that say?
Well, he'd say, my name is Alex Hitchens and I'm a consultant. But she wouldn't be interested in that because she'd probably be just counting the seconds until he left.
Thinking he was like every other guy.
Which life experience has taught her is a virtual certainty. But then he'd ask her name and what she did for a living. And she might blow him off. Or she might say,
I'm Sarah Milas. I run the gossip column at the Standard. And then he'd ask all these penetrating questions about it because he was sincerely, if atypically, interested.
no.
No.
He'd be interested. But he'd see that there was no way he could possibly make her realize that he was for real.
He could be funny and charming and refreshingly original.
Wouldn't help.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Not really. They'd both probably go on to lead the lives they were headed toward. And my guess is they'd do just fine. It's a pleasure to have met you, Sarah Milas.